Welcome back. I'm Curtis Smith. We have a letter from Alan in Los Lunas who says, how do I save seed from my garden? You know, there are a lot of plants you grow in a garden, a lot of things you can do. And Ron, you said you had some chilies here that you wanted to save the seed from. Why did you want to save these seed?
Curtis, this is a very hot chili. I got this last year, and I really liked the taste of the chili, and it was a good productive. I look for a robust vine and one that has a lot of pods on it. And these are the ones that I will save for my seed.
Those are fully red and maturing very well?
Right, and even if they dry on the vine, as long as the pods don't burst, that's a good indication.
Okay, while we're here, let's go look at some other things he might want to save from his garden too. And the reasons, you know, he's got the flavor you want, the pods you like, and I see squash. Some people want to save squash seed. Now, a lot of squash are hybrids, and so we really shouldn't save our seed from hybrids. But if you've got one that you did want to save, it's not a hybrid type squash, you look. This one, is this a yellow zucchini you've got?
That's a yellow zucchini.
Okay, and so it's yellow. The color's still bright yellow, it's not ready. But this one over here has begun to turn orange.
Yeah, that is more mature.
And so this is one that you'd want to be collecting, or even let it go a little longer than this. Don't collect them too early. Right now I can press it with my thumbnail, and it's giving some, but my thumbnail's not breaking through it. So kind of like a winter squash, you can determine when they're ready by using your thumbnail. And then you've also got some gourds we could look at. Some people like to grow gourds, and that's a good one to save seed from.
Yeah, I grow birdhouse gourds. They're real easy to grow, and it's easy to, I'm letting them dry on the vine right now.
I see, yeah.
You know,
still heavy and still soft, so they're too early to take the seed out of this. But once they've dried, you can take the seed from a gourd and replant them next year.
Right.
Okay, and then some people like flowers, and flowers are a good one to save seed from, but again, you have to be careful if they're a hybrid, if they're a variety that has to come back from bought seed. You don't want to save them. But you have some marigolds. Let's go look at those.
All right.
Ron, you got a lot of marigolds blooming here. This is a pretty one.
Yeah, this is a wife's flower garden here.
We'll look at these. A lot of nice flowers, some that aren't ready to harvest yet. But if I look in here, we'll find something that, there we go, here's one that's beginning to dry. So we can break that off. If we open it up, we'll find the marigold seed inside. Just a matter of cleaning those out, taking these with the black seed, setting them aside, saving them in a dry, cool place until next year to plant them. Some people just scatter them in the garden right now and they're ready to go. And I notice you've got zinnias here. Some of these have finished flowering. You've got some dry flowers, and their seed are a little different. See if we've got any mature ones in here. There we go. And these will be, again, a black seed, much broader. And these are the ones you want to clean out from all the other chaff. Clean them up, save them in a cool, dry place until next spring, and you can plant them again.
Yes, a lot of people save flower seeds.
They're fun. And you get all kinds of differences from what you grow. And I see you've got some cosmos over here that look like it has some mature seed on it. And again, that has a different kind of seed. Beautiful flowers. It's a little bit of powdery mildew, but this one right here looks like it's got some really good seed. And it shatters very easily. So just that touch it, the seed fall out. And again, it's these black seed here. Clean the chaff up. Save the seed in a cool, dry place. And that's all you need to do. Okay, and with the chilies though, it's a little more work. We need to take those seed out of the chili pod and get them dried out before we put them in any container. Let's go see how you do that.
Okay.
Well, Ron, here are these pods you picked just a few minutes ago. Hot chilies. Now, I've touched them, my nose is going to start burning.
Yeah, these are real hot chilies, Curtis. I usually let the pod dry before I take the seed out, but for today I'm going to open one up and show the seed inside and try to keep from burning my hands. I advise anybody to use rubber gloves doing this. But
those seed are fully formed.
And there's more seed up to towards the stem than there is at the bottom.
Of course, that's where it's the hottest too.
Right.
So be careful, wear gloves when you're doing that. But you can harvest the seed. You could take them out now and store them, but the simple thing to do is let the pods dry, then just crumble them up, as you said, wearing rubber gloves, and then separate the seed from the chaff.
Right.
And then you can store them again in a cool and dry place until you're ready to plant them.
Right, but the secret is you want the seed dry before you store it or it'll mold on you.
It will mold if you don't dry it first.
Right.
So. And that's with all seed. Ron, thank you. A lot of people like to save seed, and these are some that you had handy for use, and there are a lot of other things people can save. But the key is don't use a hybrid. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for coming down, Curtis.